Hello everyone, I'm Forrest McCreelove, and this is Speedplay Netherlands number 4. So we left off having just defeated the coalition and basically just assuring that our position is more or less secure. We just re-allied Brandenburg despite them not really being in a great spot. We have a bit of an unfortunate event, but more or less we're just ready to start building our army back up and getting ready to retake our old cores, which we still have. The Protestant Reformation just started, and that's probably going to be very significant in the near future, as we are still in the Holy Roman Empire, and when the religious wars do inevitably break out, we aren't in a great spot for that. So what we might just do is declare ourselves Protestant right now, get a center of Reformation, and have it just spread Protestantism to the surrounding area. Plus we'll get 10 times quicker conversions for the next 10 years, so we'll be able to just convert everything. And we take all of the new decisions that we would like and get ready. We're going to probably just build up our army right now and get ready to invade Holland first, as it seems they have the least allies, and Austria will come join us. The French not so much, but we might be able to get them to join later on with just a call to arms. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and attack them. And the battle seems to be going very in our favor. And there we go. So we're going to just try to stack wipe them. We are successful. We are getting sieged out by Brunswick in our far eastern province, but since we have a fort there, we don't really have to worry too much. So we're just going to continue with our missionaries and with the siege, and hopefully just win the war before they can stop us. Unfortunately, they moved their army down and join it with the army of Holland, so we actually have a bit of a problem on our hands. We get another unfortunate event, but that isn't too much of a concern. They are sieging out our other fort, but we get a series of rebellions, which is actually fantastic. So we use the rebellions to go ahead and just defeat their armies, and now all of a sudden we're in a pretty great spot. We get the French to join, and they come and finish off the rebels for us. So what could have been a disaster ends up becoming really a successful turn of events, which is just great. The French then go ahead and begin sieging out Brunswick and getting our province back under our control. And meanwhile, most of our provinces are Protestant already. So really that couldn't have gone any better, except for maybe 1 or 2 bits in the beginning, but it all worked out in the end. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and wait as Holland gets sieged out. And okay, we've got all of our truces finished, which means the coalition can reform, which is a bit of a worry, and they go ahead and do that. So we do have a bit of a concern with the coalition, but since we're just retaking our cores, hopefully they won't get too offended at us. So we go ahead and do that and send a missionary to Holland proper. And now all we have left are Utrecht and Friesland, so we'll go ahead and unfortunately lose that first battle, and now we have Catholic zealots all over the place. It could have gone better. We go into a second battle and lose that as well, and then we're met and lose the third battle, so that could have gone better. And adding to that, the coalition has declared war on us once again, so we're just going to try to move our army back. We do win 1 battle, which is great. We get more rebellions, but it looks like that'll probably be good for us. Our army is attacked, and we lose. We still have our army, though. It's not stack wiped yet, so that's great. We may go up and just try to pick off stragglers, and that actually does end up getting us stack wiped, so that's not great. Luckily, our enemies are fighting our rebels for us, and the Hungarians have arrived and are doing fairly well. So really, just so long as our allies come in and support us, it should just be a repeat of the last coalition war where our allies come over, aid us with all of the terrible things happening in our country, and inevitably win the war. Of course, we are still going to try to get a bit of an army up, so we build some forces, mainly mercenaries, well, entirely mercenaries, and go ahead. It looks like we could get some small amount of items from the coalition in the peace deal if we were to make one at the moment, but we're not. Instead, what we're going to do is just keep fighting. We managed to avoid losing our army again, which is great. And our allies are just doing well in Central Europe. So we're going to move our army over. We accidentally attack the enemy, but our allies come to our aid, and it's successful. So we're probably just going to keep going, destroying whatever small straggling forces we can get our hands on. Our allies are taking care of the major issues, which means we're really not in a position where we have to be concerned about this at all. And I'm completely fine with that. It definitely could have had a better beginning, and it's unfortunate that the coalition even declared war at all. But since it's working out really well, there's nothing too much to be concerned about. And we can go ahead and just begin sieging Utrecht and getting ready to reincorporate it into our country, as well as Friesland and maybe another province from Oldenburg, at which point we will be able to form the Netherlands. Now, the war is still going on all throughout in the middle of Europe, but I'm not really concerned with its conclusion anymore, and we do peace out, getting Austria 2 provinces, although that doesn't get any coalition members upset at them. At the same time, it does strengthen our ally, and they will inevitably be a counterbalance to France once we're powerful enough that we turn on our major allies. But that's not going to be for quite some time. So we go back to sieging out Utrecht. We're doing fairly well. We managed to get peace with one of the people attacking us, although realistically I guess they're just defending their ally. And we move over to siege the remainder of Flanders. Although I probably won't take any land from them. We do take Utrecht, but that's just because we have a core and we need it for the Netherlands. As for Flanders proper, right now the coalition is weak enough that we're able to consistently defeat them. So I'm not sure if it would be wise or prudent to take any land from Flanders, but we may as well siege them out and decide later. They do unfortunately get their army to defeat ours, so we'll just pull our forces together. And there we go, we finished that siege, and we can probably go about defeating these armies, or at least the stragglers first. And their army is all split up now, so we can go ahead, we win a couple battles, and defeat a few forces, which is pretty consistently good. We're going to get religious ideas, just because we are Protestant, and that does give us casus belli on all of our neighbors, except for the one or two we're going to turn into Protestants themselves. So overall, we're in a good spot. And now it's just a matter of continuing the sieges. For whatever reason, the French aren't helping us against the Hansa, which is a bit unfortunate, as if we did siege this province, we'd probably be able to get quite a bit of gold. We are being offered white pieces. We'll accept that with only one of the members of the alliance against us. The rest, I would rather see what we could get from. Now, I don't know why it is that the French are just not helping whatsoever. We do get an event where rebels pop up, and I hope that the French will go and deal with that for us if they're not going to help us against the Hansa. Luckily, they do. Unfortunately, the Hansa attacks our army, so we just quickly peace out with them and move our army back south. So with that all said and done, though, we're in a pretty good spot. We can't really get anything from Flanders, although I do consider it. I want to get the least aggressive expansion possible, so we just peace out with them and go ahead and get 2 provinces from this last remaining country. And there we go. We'll core the one province that we actually took that we didn't have a core on, and go ahead and form the Dutch nation. And there we go, we are now the Netherlands, which is fantastic. We can finally stop worrying about me mispronouncing Gelre. Thank you very much for watching, please like and subscribe.